This coconut's really good.
Oh, dzień dobry. Today we're going to try the Polish Saber against some coconuts. Now the coconut, like, obviously has a hard shell, a bit like a skull, but I'm not trying to claim at all that this is a one-to-one analog for a human head. I mean, if you were inclined to do so, you can purchase those zombie skulls and smash them apart with swords, maces, sticks, rocks, whatever you want. Mind you, you'll be paying $120 for a zombie skull when these are $1 at the supermarket. So although these aren't perfectly representative of a person's head, we're going to have a go with them with the Saber anyway, as a little bit of a science experiment on the cheap. Like I said, $1 for a coconut's not bad, considering we're just going to smash them apart anyway. And you get to eat the inside, unlike the rubber and silicone or whatever else goes in those zombie heads they make. So, let's give it a try. Alright, to attack the coconuts, I've got them suspended on a string here. Now this is going to make it a bit difficult. Obviously if we just sat them on top of a block and just whacked away, you could do that with a meat cleaver and it doesn't really, it's not really much of a test of anything at all. However, if you hit someone, their head's going to pop back, obviously, just like if you punch someone. And for the first coconut, I'm just going to use a very short, nothing but wrist and a bit of arm extension. This is a bit like a very good way to test someone's defenses without committing. And also you see this in all the old textbooks, particularly when someone's standing in the middle guard, someone goes to slice their leg, they pull it back and pop straight in the head. So we're going to test how devastating that blow can be on something approaching someone's head. We'll give it a try. Get a close up of that. It definitely split. Let's have another go. This side. Oh.
Yeah, I saw something fly. Yeah.
Let's have a look at that one.
And Dad.
It's hard to hit it right in the very center. Ooh, cool. Alright, we'll have another go. Oh, that just knocked a massive chip out. That cut into the meat. Right. Now, just as I thought, having the coconuts completely suspended, not being held back at all, just flew away from the force of the strike. The way someone's head might fly back if you strike them. Now, after a few blows, it chipped off a huge chunk, but as you can see, there's some deep cuts that go pretty much entirely, if I can jam my finger in there, it pretty much goes through the wall of the coconut into the inside. It wasn't as dramatic as I was hoping, but yes, you can definitely chip through with a few very short, just wrist shots, just using nothing but the wrist and extending the arm. Alright. This coconut's just about done, it's just about to come apart. That can be cooked up for some recipe and we'll try another one. Now as you can see on the first coconut, it was really hard to get good penetration because it just fly back. It's not a fixed target. The same way someone's not going to just stand there still and headbutt the sword coming at them. Now, we're going to try the second one, but another little thing too, when you hit a round object, sometimes it rolls off the side. That one was rolling off the side a fair bit, which was making it even more difficult to cut into the coconut. And you read in historic accounts, not just from Poland, but also all over Europe, of people who fought in many duels missing ears. Now you can see this is quite obvious because as a blade comes around target, even if the guy moves his head or flinches as it comes down, it's going to cut them. One of those just light cuts might miss his head, might roll around, might not hit perfectly straight, and will just shave the ear right off. So you can see just from trying to hit a coconut or a round object which is moving and suspended, how that's quite common. You'd see people with missing ears from that kind of shot.
You can't get a kid-sized Polish Saber, but this Saber machete is the perfect size for me.
Show us what it looks like. Nice. Cool. You like it? All right.
She chopped the string.
Ooh. Yeah. I'll show you.
The power of the kid.
Stop. Okay, maybe one more.
Where'd you get it that time?
Just there again.
Show us.
Right here. It's juicing. It's bleeding already. I keep on doing it.
Finish him!
Oh, I got it.
Another go, quickly, we feel weird. Another go. Try and cut it in half this time. Oh, yay! Alright, this is my second coconut attempt. Now, the first coconut, I wanted to test how much penetration you could get with just that little wrist pop. So I restrained myself to only using that technique. We want to make it a tiny bit more exciting this time. So I'm not going to just go with full shoulder swing power shot straight through the coconut. But I'm definitely going to give it a bit more of like a number one cut, as they call it. And we'll see what kind of damage that does. And yeah, hopefully it'll be a bit more dramatic. Let's have a go. Ooh.
Oh, that's juicy.
Spraying juice. Ah,
Juicy,
I
juicy.
don't want to get that on my Adidas, but let's take a look. Oh,
Smells so good.
that knocked the chunk out of him. Ah, looks like we've done a bit of amateur brain surgery. That has knocked a huge chunk out and cut into the meat. Clearly it's gone the full way through because we're leaking coconut juice. I'll have another crack.
Oh, dang it. It smells so good. I want to drink it.
Oh, fuck. Well, on that last shot, I put a bit more into it to make it a bit more dramatic, and wow, it certainly did pay off. You can see here the entrance wound. It's a relatively clean cut, just whack, just split across, and the exit wound just tore chunks out of the back of it. So that is, oh, that's so nice. So clearly, I mean, I'm not saying this is a one-to-one analog for someone's head, but I think that the good old sharpener is definitely up to cracking someone's coconut for real. That's for sure. And yeah, that's it. Unlike your plastic zombie heads, I'm gonna eat this. Eating the inside of one of those plastic things, I would not recommend at all. Anyway, I'm gonna get some more coconuts from the supermarket, not only because they taste so good, because they make such a good cheap target, and we're gonna film some more videos. Till next time, see ya.